The penguin tried to be clever and kissed Dr. Li on the cheek, but he turned his face, planted a kiss right on the lips. Losing his first kiss, the penguin was totally embarrassed. Dr. Li was sad about the cat yesterday, but today he's back to being a psycho killer. The penguin didn't want their relationship to go cold again, so he went for it. They kissed, they finally kissed. This is an alternate world with a death reward Ava. But many criminals don't reform. After getting out, they get even worse. So there seems to be an organization on the streets, and Li Qi is a member. That day a handsome lady came to the hospital.
Hello, my cat is sick.
What symptoms? The handsome lady spoke in code, which basically meant a murderer got out and started killing cats and dogs. And now he's living with his ex-wife's new husband's kid. We think the kid is in danger. The organization wants you to check if this guy might kill again. And if he's a threat to public safety, report back and take him out. Li Qi looked through the files and saw the little silver kitten got it and dumped by the trash. Was the same one he couldn't save yesterday. At noon, the penguin came in with lunch. Dr. Li told him to sit, but he suddenly got cautious. He leaned close to Li Qi's ear and whispered, "Is it safe to talk now?" Li was speechless and sighed, "It's fine." The penguin relaxed and complained while setting out the food. "That bug thing freaked me out. I'm scared to order takeout now. Accept any free gifts. Seriously scared me to death." Doctor Li didn't mind him bringing food over, and they started chatting. The news was reporting about a violent criminal getting released, and the victim's family was furious. The penguin decided to probe Li Qi. "I heard violent criminals have a high rate of reoffending, but they're barely monitored after release." Li Qi just hummed without expression. The penguin noticed he wasn't sensitive about crime, which was weird since he definitely killed 2 people that rainy night. How could he be so cold? Li Qi seemed to catch on to what the penguin was doing. "Mrs. Qi, even though we're friends now, please don't dig into my business." The penguin knew he was busted and dropped the act. "I just want to understand you, Dr. because Li. I really like you." Seeing him get annoyed and stand up to leave, the penguin quickly asked something he'd been wondering. "Dr. Li, have you never been attracted to anyone?" That set the cool guy off. "When it comes to human, you should only feel the urge to kill. So Mr. Qi better watch out." He grabbed the penguin's neck and leaned in. "I'm a natural psychopath. I'm not worth liking." "Geez, what's his problem now? I worked so hard to get close to him. I can't give up." Thinking that, the penguin struggled to lift his arm, stood up, and gave him a peck on the cheek. "Dr. Li, what you just said was so lonely. I didn't want you to keep talking, so Sorry, you must think it's disgusting." The penguin kept saying lines he learned from TV dramas, but inside he was freaking out. "Oh my gosh, I'm so shy. A little cheek kiss is my limit." But Li Qi was way bolder than him. He turned his face and kissed him on the lips. The penguin totally lost it. "Oh my god, that was my first kiss! What is Li Qi doing?" "Dr. Li, I thought you weren't interested in this stuff." "Right, I'm not interested." Holding his chin, Li Qi said flatly, "Kissing you feels the same as kissing a bull or biting an apple. So I can't give you what you want. Hope you understand." "Jerk, you kiss me and then act like it's nothing. I'm not giving up." Thinking that, the penguin leaned close to Li Qi and said, "Haven't you noticed? You don't hate me like you did before. When you used to be disgusted by my touch." "Dr. Li, you actually like..." Before he could finish, Li Qi cut him off. "You're annoying. Absolutely disgusting." He kicked the penguin over, chair and all. Li Qi collected the food and walked out, while the penguin could only lie on the floor pounding it in frustration. "You jerk! I won't rest until I figure you out." That afternoon, Jiang Zisheng from Delicious Restaurant put on his new night outfit, grabbed a delivery with a new mascot plushie, and snuck into Happy Community. "I'll just check if the kid's okay and get out fast." At the same time, the penguin on duty also arrived, and spotted Ji Xing's bouncy figure. "Wait, isn't that the bug guy? Why is the restaurant owner delivering his own food?" Following his stalker instincts, the penguin felt something was off. So he tailed Jiang Zisheng. Jiang stopped at a unit in Building 4. The door covered in flyers, with piles of trash on the ground. They knocked for a while before someone cracked the door open. "Hello, your delivery is here." The man said he didn't order anything, but Jiang said it was a promotion for loyal customers and included a free plushie. The man saw the address was indeed his place and stopped questioning it, grabbed the food, and slammed the door shut. Jiang Zisheng couldn't see inside and couldn't knock again, but the plushie he gave had a listening device.
"Good thing I have a backup
I'll
plan.
find a
quiet spot to check the feed."
On the tiny camera, 2 figures appeared. One was the man who answered the door, and the other was a little boy covered in bruises on the floor. The man dumped the food in front of the boy like he was feeding a dog.
Cats and dogs can't take a beating, so don't you die on me either. If I don't have an outlet, I won't be able to stop myself from killing people.
Then kicked the kid hard in the head. Jiang Zisheng stared at his phone, totally freaked out. This kid's being abused. Is his leg broken? On screen the child was a mess. Only his big eyes were bright but full of sadness. He was monitoring the kid, but didn't know he was being watched too. Boss Jing's watching something weird. Looks like hidden camera footage. Could he be spying on abused children? While staring at the phone trying to figure it out, from behind. "What are you sneaking around here for?" All the sudden voice nearly gave him a heart attack. Seeing it was Dr. Li, the penguin relaxed, told him about Jiang Zisheng's situation and voiced his concern. "If it's really surveillance footage, isn't that kid in serious danger?" The penguin asked him what to an official called the cops, but he just put his hands in his paw. "Let's figure out what's going on first. Just go ask him." He walked straight toward Jing Zishan. Hey, you can't just walk up and ask like that. The penguin noticed that Li Chunqi only acted crazy, but was polite and pretty normal with everyone else. Acting like it was a chance meeting, he asked polite, "Are you watching a movie?" "We're interested too." Feeling guilty, Zhang Zishan quickly turned off his screen.
Oh, just some trashy video I stumbled on. You two should watch something more romantic on your date.
Who said we're on a date? The penguin was freaking out inside, but calmly explained, "You've got it wrong. Dr. Li and I are just friends." Jiang was just making conversation, but the penguin's serious denial made him suspicious. But the kid on his phone was the real issue. So Jiang had no time for gossip and quickly left with an excuse. "See, he's not stupid. Who'd tell you the truth?" Li Chunqi said out of nowhere. "Yeah, I can confirm. The man on Jiang Zixin's phone was the target from this mission." Li Chunqi already had a plan, but the clueless penguin was confused by his cryptic words. Thinking this guy was talking nonsense to himself again, Li Chunqi said Boss Jiang was just watching illegal videos, nothing to worry about. The penguin wanted to ask more, but he cut him off. "By the way, I'm staying at your place for a while." "What? I must have heard wrong." "No, you heard right." The penguin knew he couldn't refuse and asked him why. Li Chunqi said that delivery guy keeps hanging around the hospital.
Dr. Li, why didn't I see Mr. Qi today?
"I need your help to satisfy his curiosity so he'll leave me alone. Also, I need a nighttime alibi." "Crap, is he going to kill someone again?" "Great looks, great fighter, and a good cook." Li Chunqi's only flaw is his weird temper. He's basically the perfect husband material. The penguin praised his cooking and asked why he was so good at it. Kang Kia paused for a moment. "Not really good at it, I just didn't get to eat if I didn't cook well." "Huh, that sounds strange." It was rare for him to share anything private. And just as the penguin was about to ask more, the doorbell rang. "Hey, why is it little blue guy's delivery again?" "What a coincidence, it's our order again. Specifically trading for this one."
Give me this order and I'll run an extra one for you.
Knowing they were being watched, the penguin just opened the door wide, and there was Dr. Li inside too.
Hey, two guy friends cooking hot pot at home together. Super gay, okay?
Little blue guy was satisfied he got the real scoop, and quickly left to give the lovebirds some alone time. The penguin put his hands together and analyzed ration. "You were right, that guy's definitely spying on us. But he's probably just curious. I don't think he's dangerous." "Really? Did you think I was dangerous before?" Li Chenqi's casual remark made things awkward. To break the silence, the penguin started rambling. "Anyway, I still like you." The penguin's random loud confession made Li Chenqi pause with his chopsticks. He hummed and put a piece of blood tofu in the penguin's bowl. The cheap penguin was totally flattered. "Did I please him just now? Is this his reward for me?" While the penguin and Dr. Li were having hot pot, Jiang was holding his phone, torn by guilt and conflict. Since he delivered lunch, the kid hadn't eaten or spoken, lying motionless like a lifeless doll. Jiang Zishang regretted installing the camera, because now he couldn't help but didn't know how. While still struggling, a child's voice came from the phone.
"Did Uncle catch you too? It hurts so much. Why do I keep getting hit?
The little boy's words were mixed with painful sobs.
Is Xiaosheng a bad kid who needs to be punished? It's okay as long as I can still move. Uncle will only hit me."
The little boy was clearly hallucinating from pain, hoping to at least have someone to talk to before he died. Yang Zishan gritted his teeth. He decided to stop sitting around. At midnight that same time, Dr. Li put on his big boots and cool coat. The penguin knew he was going out again, but couldn't help asking what for. "Don't dig into things you shouldn't know. Just remember tonight I'm sleeping at your place." Before leaving, he waved the keys. "I'm taking the keys. I'll be back soon." He shut the door with a bang and left. "You think taking the keys means I can't leave?" The penguin wasn't afraid of anything, and followed right after Li left. Soon they both arrived at Happy Community from earlier. Li Chenqi dragged a huge suitcase into the building, the same unit Boss Jiang entered earlier. It clicked in the penguin's mind. Is he going to kill the guy abusing the kid? Even if the scumbag deserves it, you can't take the law into your own hands. The penguin didn't want Dr. Li to make a huge mistake and was thinking about calling the cops. He saw Boss Jiang suddenly appear at the building entrance. He was wearing his night outfit, planning to go in again under the pretense of delivering late-night snacks.
I heard your kid got hurt. Can I pay for medical bills and take him to the hospital?
How the little fox imagined what might happen after knocking, while cursing himself for being suicidal.
This is crazy. That guy's gonna stab me to death. Forget it, I can't just leave someone to die. That old guy looked pretty broke. Let me try to talk to him about buying the kid.
With that thought, Jiang Zishang headed straight into the hallway. Crap, Li Chengxi is in there too. Are they gonna run into each other? The freaked out penguin steeled himself. Screw it, I'm going in too. But the moment he moved, someone covered his mouth and nose. Li Chengxi, didn't he just go inside? Before Penguin could think, Li Chengxi spoke. I knew you were investigating me. Holy crap, busted by a serial killer. Penguin panicked hard and quickly covered his track. I was worried you didn't clean up properly, like last time. What if someone saw you and then threatened that person? Went to his place, took care of that person. Right then, Penguin suddenly stood on his toes and grabbed Li Chengxi's collar. Good grief, he just kissed him.
Are you nuts?
After the kiss, Li Chengxi seemed totally unfazed. He grabbed Penguin's chin without mercy. I told you that stuff means nothing to me. But Penguin, blushing, said he liked it, and that was enough for him. He leaned into Li Chengxi and asked him gently, Are you done with your thing? Need my help? Li Chengxi saw how he depended on him completely. Awkwardly looking away, he took off his coat and put it on Penguin. He carefully adjusted it, making sure he wouldn't get wet. Your cold isn't gone yet, let's go back. Ah, crisis averted just like that. Where did his suitcase go? So what exactly did Li Chengxi just do? With a belly full of questions, Penguin walked home shoulder to shoulder with Li Chengxi. Dr. Li getting soaked just to keep his wife all wrapped up. You really got emotional issues, dude. Anyway, the two got home drenched. Li Chengxi asked to use the bathroom to shower. Penguin thought, this is my place, why you get to go first? But too chicken to say it, he just meekly let him. After you, go ahead. Li Chengxi's gaze lingered on the soaked Penguin for a few seconds. Then with a straight face. Let's just shower together then. What? Together? Shower? What's he saying? Seeing Penguin still standing in the living room, Li Chengxi started changing while calling out. Hurry up, don't catch another cold. His words hit Penguin hard, but he carefully declined. No rush, I'll go after you're done. At that, Li Chengxi paused. Guys who like men would have a reaction. He just went ahead and showered. Penguin was speechless at his misunderstanding. Seriously, but thinking about maintaining his persona of loving Dr. Li, he didn't bother explaining. Drying his hair with a towel, two glowing eyes suddenly appeared. Holy crap, what the heck is that? Turned out it was just his cat. After a friendly chat with the cat, Penguin suddenly realized Li Chengxi was staying the night. Oh no, there's only one bed. So how will these two spend this long night? Let's switch to Jiang Zishang and the little boy. Jiang stood at the door with takeout. He was ready to get chased down by the badang and get labeled a creepy stalker by the neighbors. Pumping himself up, he finally knocked. No one answered. Pushing harder, the door creaked open on its own. He turned on his phone flashlight and pulled out his prepared stun gun. Jiang Zishang searched carefully with his heart pounding. He suddenly stepped on a key. A noise came from a nearby door. He walked. It was the abused little boy from the video. His leg was chained up. Not a single part of him looked okay. The kid grabbed Jingy's hand, like it was his only lifeline.
Save me.
He tried the key he found. The shackle came off. Something felt off. Getting in was too easy. Rescuing the kid was like everything was prepared. But there was no time to think. Getting him to the hospital was urgent. The lock was open, but the skin had stuck to the chain. Jane told the boy to bite the stuffed animal to bear the pain. The kid said it was his friend and he couldn't bite.
Just rip it off. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Jane paused.
Then bite me, I'm the one hurting you. You can pay me back, it's fine.
Dude, looking for pain. Ha! Don't blame me for not holding back. This time the little boy didn't hesitate. He bit down. Little Fox internally panicked. Wait, you're actually biting. And Zishang carried the boy to the hospital. He told him he wasn't a bad guy, just a delivery guy who found the door open. The kid rested obediently on his shoulder.
Xiao Shen won't tell anyone you took Uncle Wu away.
The kid said he was in too much pain to sleep. Through the crack in the door, he heard dragging sounds. Jiang Zishang got curious and asked what else he knew.
Nothing else. But you saved me. Even if you killed Uncle Wu, Xiao Shen won't tell.
Geez, this kid's gonna be obsessive later on. After his shower, Li Chengxi walked straight into Penguin's bedroom. Being a pillow, he asked bluntly. The guest room has no bed. Where do I sleep? A Penguin, being a total pushover, gave the bed to Lai. He'd just make do on the couch. Let's just share the bed tonight. We'll get a new one tomorrow. Wait, Dr. Lai, are you planning to live here? No, let's just visit sometime. Seriously, what is this, a hotel? You just come whenever. Before Penguin could protest, Li Chengxi got in bed and fell asleep instantly. Poor little Penguin grabbed a pillow and headed to the living room. After all the chaos, he fell asleep fast too. Next morning, he woke up groggily to his cat meeting him. He picked up the little guy, wondering what it wanted. Li Chengxi's voice suddenly came from nearby. That's a needing response. Means you make him feel safe. Holding the cat, Penguin greeted him. Morning, Dr. Li. Sleep well? Li Chengxi said he slept great and told him to do his morning prayer first. Yet making Penguin profess his love to his photo. I made breakfast. Come eat after your prayer. He tossed the towel to Penguin. Wait, have you been using my towel this whole time? At that, Dr. Lai's face dropped. He asked what was wrong. The intense vibe made Penguin immediately backtrack. Oh, nothing, whatever makes you happy. Li Chengxi, though emotionally dense, sensed Penguin's dissatisfaction and tried to figure out what went wrong. I got it. Mr. Qi wants a reward, right? He pulled Penguin into his arm, then gave him a good morning. The cat's eyes went wide. Penguin himself was both embarrassed and annoyed. This guy's nuts. Who asked for a kiss? Early that morning, Jiang Zishang brought food to the hospital. He first checked in with the head nurse about Xiao Shen's condition. It was as serious as expected. Mr. Moneybags Zheng pulled out a stack of bills. Girl, who'd take that in broad daylight? The nurse politely declined and told him to save it for the poor kid. Jiang Zishang didn't push it and went straight to the room. He woke Xiao Shen up for breakfast. The kid opened his eyes with a creepy look. Almost scared Jiang Zishang to death.
Crap, why was that look so terrifying?
In a blink, sitting up, Xiao Shen looked pitiful. Jiang Zishang thought he saw things and didn't make a big deal.
Xiao Shen brought you something easy to digest. Let's eat it while it's hot.
The breakfast looked delicious and cute. Still a kid, Xiao Shen's eyes lit up.
Can I really eat this?
Jiang Zishang said it was made for him, but the kid looked down sadly. He remembered getting beaten every time he ate.
No one's nice to someone for no reason. Jiang, you must want something from Xiao Shen too, right?
Come on, I saved you out of kindness. I really don't have bad intentions.
Let's break down Li Chengxi's actions last night. First, he found the victim's parents and had them rent the apartment below the killer's place. He told them he had a way to catch their daughter's murderer. Target confirmed, he went straight in. To reduce witnesses, he injected the bad guy with anesthetic, then packed him in a suitcase, used the internal stairs. Whoosh delivered him to the victim's family downstairs. Everything handled. Little Li left through the window. Finally circled back behind Penguin, who was tailing.
Time to scare my wife.
This was all Penguin's fault for being too curious. He just had to figure out what happened last night. After eating with Dr. Li, he snuck over to Happy Community, wore a full suit on a weekend, just to pretend to sell insurance when knocking. But the door was cracked open and the trash was gone. Pushing in, he found it completely empty. Penguin wondered if Li Chengxi really did something again. Going deeper, he faintly heard voices. His curiosity flared. The silly goose couldn't hear clearly through the door. So he opened it and went down the internal stairs. This time he heard clearly. Turned out it was his big sis he hadn't seen in ages talking to a real estate agent about selling the place. This cool alpha sister was Qi Ling, eldest of the Chu family, currently a major in the military. She must be the one who gave Dr. Li his assignment at the pet shop. Qi remembered his sister was always on secret military mission, so running into her here was unexpected. Isn't this where the abusive middle-aged guy lived? How'd it go empty overnight, and Ling become the landlord? Penguin was sneaking around, but Cool Sis already noticed. But the mission was done. To avoid trouble, Cool Sis decided to ignore him. After the agent left, she was about to leave too. Then Penguin shouted, "Sis, what's your relationship with Li Chengxi?" Cool Sis was obviously surprised to see her brother here.
Little goose, what are you doing here? Haven't been home in forever.
Penguin, hands in pockets, tried to act cool. "I'm here catching my boyfriend's side piece. Didn't expect to run into my own sister. What a coincidence." Cool Sis caught the key word, borrow boyfriend.
Little goose, you're into guys now.
Penguin internally insisted he was straight, but said, "Yeah, thanks to you making me read all those gay romance novels. Now I'm bent like a mosquito coil." He thought back to when he was little. His sister tricked him into reading his first CEO gay romance. Cool Sis didn't mind her brother coming out, but the old school family would give him hell. Penguin looked totally unbothered. "Dad never liked me anyway. I deserve to be kicked out of the Chu family. Just leave me alone, sis." Cool Sis asked what was going on and how Li Chengxi got involved. Suddenly confident, Penguin smirked. "He's my boyfriend." That floored Cool Sis. She grabbed her brother by the collar.
Brother-in-law, anyone but Li Chengxi.
Penguin paused at the term brother-in-law, then snapped back into character. "Dr. Lai is handsome and sweet, except for disappearing sometimes. He's perfect." Breaking free, Penguin asked why she wouldn't let them be together. Cool Sis ordered him to break up with Li Chengxi, but gave no reason. The grown-up Penguin wouldn't just listen blind. "If you don't explain, I'll go ask him myself." Silence fell. Finally, Cool Sis compromised.
Fine, but not here. Come with me.
Penguin followed her without suspicion. She chopped him unconscious and took him home. While Penguin and his sister were back home, another curious guy ran over to watch. Seeing Mr. Chu flat on the ground, he almost dropped his delivery. Cool Sis with her intense aura spotted him. Little blue dude said he was just passing by, ran out of the building, jumped on his scooter, and headed to the pet hospital. Kicked open the door.
Yelling.
Dr. Li, big trouble.
Lee was totally, "What's wrong?" The little blue guy calmed down a bit and yelled
Mr.
out
Qi got
loud.
kidnapped.
"What? My wife got kidnapped?" The prairie dog described what he just saw to the leopard. Said the little penguin got knocked out by some cool lady and taken away. The little blue guy was freaking out big time. Li Chengxi stayed pretty calm though. Based on your description, that person's probably a relative of the penguin, so no worries, just a misunderstanding. At that, the little blue guy lost it.
What kind of relative sucker punches someone from behind? I'm really worried Mr. Qi's in danger.
Zhao had always thought the penguin and Li Chengxi were a couple, so when something happened to the penguin he came to Dr. first. But he didn't seem worried at all. Then Li Chengxi's face suddenly changed. "It's fine, let me hunt." The startled Zhao said, "I came here to let you know as a favor. Why are you trying to scare me?" At the Chu family estate in the next city, the penguin groggily woke up from sleep. Was to call in sick to work, or it'd count as absence without leave. Stiff is sick of the daily diet. His phone showed 10 p.m. The penguin figured everyone should be asleep by now, so he got out of bed, got dressed, and prepared to sneak out. A pair of blank eyes stared straight at him. "Oh crap, there's a guard!" The guard said the penguin's dad had ordered that he couldn't leave the room. Poor little penguin had no choice but to close the door and think of another way. The penguin didn't get it. His old man had kicked him out, so why lock him up now with guards? What's the deal? Plus his big sis who can't stand again seemed really familiar with Li Chengxi. Is Ling investigating Dr. Li, planning to bring him to justice? The penguin thought back carefully. Li Chengxi only goes after bad people, and he's so gentle with animals and with me. Look, you're the one locked up right now, but you're still worried about Li Chengxi. The old man Qi seemed pretty unhappy with Qi E. The penguin didn't want to see him either. He decided to escape from the second floor under cover night. His resolve was solid, but the execution was shaky. One leg was already over the balcony. Then he pulled it back all wobbly. Too scary. Better tie some bedsheets together. Then, a little pebble attacked his back. What the heck was it in the middle of the night? The penguin got scared half to death. He turned around and saw his dear hubby. Li Chengxi didn't even have time to change out of his work clothes. He stood outside the wall in his white coat, tall and straight. Looking all cool, he beckoned to the penguin with his finger. "What's he doing? Is he calling me over?" The penguin still hanging on the railing fell. Li Chengxi came all this way just for him. Area J is restricted area, not just anyone can come here. The penguin whispered urgently for him to leave quickly. Seeing Li Changxi had no reaction, he grabbed his phone. Dr. Li, there's constant patrols and guards here. You'll be in big trouble if they catch you. Please leave now. The penguin was still wondering how this guy got past the guards when he heard 3 calm words from the phone. Jump down. At that, he dropped his lovesick pursuer act. Are you nuts? This is the 2nd floor. But Li Cheng stuck to his words. Oh, jump down, I can catch you. The penguin saw he wasn't joking, so he came all this way from the next city just for me. But their current relationship doesn't call for him to go this far, right? And how did he even know I was here? The penguin asked what was on his mind. Li Cheng said it didn't matter. It matters a lot. The penguin felt his emotions suddenly getting worked up. It's so weird. I never told you anything. And you didn't even ask, just came running over without hesitation. Looking up at the moon, the penguin took a deep breath. I don't get what you're thinking. You clearly know things, but you never asked too much. Letting me face you like Momo. For that, I'm grateful. The penguin poured his heart out over the phone, and nothing but heartfelt words. But Li Cheng seemed like he didn't understand any of it. Mr. Qi, if you're not there, Ji will be really anxious. How to stop your wife's overthinking in one sentence. Li Cheng mailed, but Xiaoji, who wasn't there, thought,
Is Papa using me as an excuse to lock down my penguin daddy?
oh, Xiaoji's too young, and I need to confirm if Mr. Qi will keep raising him. Listen to this totally serious but flimsy excuse. And this dummy penguin actually bought it. Of course I'll keep him. I didn't come home just because I'm stuck here. Confirming his wife wanted to leave, Zhao Li smiled gently. This place has a future. The owner might be rich and powerful, but that's got nothing to do with me, a vet. As for you, Mr. Qi. At this, Li Changxi paused. He can have nothing to do with each other. He spread his arms, encouraging and expectant, waiting for his dear wife to make his own choice. Qi on the balcony felt like his thoughts suddenly cleared. No more hesitation or second guessing. Under the moonlight, he bravely jumped toward Li Cheng. With a swing and bounce, he landed. The professional move even surprised Li Cheng. The hero saving the beauty scene didn't have. He'd only compliment his wife's skills. The penguin was modest, saying he was just showing off. But inside he was screaming. I haven't worked out in forever, my feet hurt so bad. Li Chengxi's thoughts were the opposite. That's my wife, pretty cool. The two were about to leave one after the other. But Qi hit another snag. Hands on knees, a bit embarrassed. Dr. Li, this is sad, but I can't really walk anymore. Asked if he was hurt. The penguin waved his hand saying. Li Cheng bent down and looked closer, following his gaze. Yeah, hilarious. His shoes so Turns out rich people's fancy shoes aren't that durable. Understanding the situation, Li Cheng let out a breath. He turned around and bent his knees, signaling the penguin to get on. No, that's not necessary. Just buy me some glue. The doctor said the estate patrol would reach this area in 10 minutes. Meaning no time to buy glue. So I'll just have to carry you. The penguin said sorry and thanks. But his body was on face all red. He climbed onto his back. Just saying, can you throw away those shoes? Carrying them in your hand like that, aren't you worried you'll knock Dr. Li out with the smell? The whole way, the penguin blabbered nonstop. Li Chengxi was all about listening, only responding occasionally. The penguin pouted, saying he was so cold. But what he really thought was, I feel like Dr. Li is actually a pretty gentle person. That night, the goose turned into a bossy CEO madly in love. Ha ha da! Dr. Li, time to eat. This time Qilin called. But her little brother liked him, so she stopped in the fridge. This warned the penguin not to dig into Li Cheng's secrets.
In a while, I'll come see you and explain everything about him.
The subordinate didn't leave right away. Director, can we bring family to the company team building? The penguin remembered there was indeed a farm activity. Just take the ticket and go. The girl took 2 tickets, saying she wanted to go with her boys. After leaving, she didn't forget to tease the penguin. The penguin blushed, saying he didn't have a girlfriend. Heads, you bring family, I'll bring my bro. Right at the door, he told himself, I'm just doing this to investigate Li Cheng. Even though sis told me not to dig, I'm gonna anyway. Yeah, right. Is it really to investigate or just to see your hobby more? Goose boy, do you really have no clue? Walking in, he saw him picking up his tat. A little kid stood next to him. The little guy held a and politely said hello. His imagination ran wild, thinking Bashe was abusing the kid. Wait, is he your brother? Boss Jiang smiled and poked the little boy's face.
Kinda my brother. Actually, I'm planning to adopt him. But I'm not old enough. Gotta wait a couple more years.
I'll just worry by the time I'm old enough, my son will become my husband. The penguin thought Boss Jiang couldn't perform at such a young age. Wasn't offended. Just said he believed in staying single forever. His dad brought home an uncle. They said they were discussing business, and told him to play by himself. When hungry Zhang Zishang went to the study to call them, what he saw was an awful scene. Right then, his mom, who'd been away on business, came home early.
Honey, son, I'm home.
The happy family, under the veil, instantly shattered. After Boss Jiang left, the penguin was still worried. That kid walks with a limp. And don't you think he looks a lot like the person in Boss Jiang's phone? Dr. Li didn't want the penguin to know too much, so he brushed him off. Don't all cheats look the same? Watch fewer detectives. The penguin asked what really happened that night at Happy Complex. Li Chengxi flatly refused. You don't need to know. The little penguin got saving up his little face, pretending to ignore Li. Actually, the day after leaving the Kia, Li Chengxi got a call from his superior, who was the penguin's sister. Tats got straight to the point, told him to break with her brother right away. Li Chengxi clearly did. Mr. Qi and I just know each other. We're not that close. Qilin got even angrier. This punk hooked up with the goose and now won't admit
My brother said you're his boyfriend.
The Dr. Li was shocked. He said what? Frowning, he asked again to be sure. Mr. Qi really said that? Getting Qilin's confirmation, Li Chengxi fell into his feeling. are strong enough to come out to Fang. Li Chen felt strangely guilty. Director, you know I'm not capable of loving someone. An executioner hiding in society isn't Maybe moving easy. My shop somewhere else would keep us completely apart. Remembering that day's conversation, then looking at the pouty penguin in front of him, Dr. Li started himself. So Mr. Qi likes me that much. So this cold-hearted guy actually opened up to comfort him. Someone's coming soon to adopt 2 legs. Li Chen pulled out his phone and found the hospital's official account. Can't take care of all the stray animals. So he posted an adoption announcement. Just barely got any response. The penguin took the phone thinking that didn't make sense. Then he opened it and nearly flew off. What is this stuff? The penguin asked who took the photos. Li Chengxi said proudly it was him. Asked if they were cute. Dude, they're absolutely terrifying. How the adoption rate so low? The wind chime rang. They both looked over. Oh, the person adopting 2 legs is here. He wanted to go on vacation with Li Chen. Made up an excuse that the company gave him an extra farm tit. Li Chengxi doesn't like going out and rarely does. But thinking the penguin, because he deeply loves him, had openly defied his family. He reluctantly agreed to the trip invitation. Didn't expect Dr. Li to say yeah. The penguin was thrilled. He suggested coming to the pet hospital tomorrow morning to pick him up. Li Chengxi suddenly said, then I'll stay at your place. We're already that close. Even crazy. Li Cheng acted like he was at his own place at the penguin's home, watching TV and eating chips, even happily showing his belly with the kitten Xiaoji. After many twists and turns, they finally got the farm at. The penguin booked a double room at the front desk. Dragged him to the room. This guy was still hugging Big Yellow and wouldn't let go. Set up private hot spring and courtyard. He happily sprawled out on the bed. Li Chengxi fiddled with his giant luggage. Curious Goose asked why he brought such a huge bag, but Li Chengxi wouldn't say, thinking he was plotting some murder plan. The penguin craned his neck forward. He lifted his knee and climbed onto Dr. Li's bed. Well, realized too late that distance was kind of suggestive. Got to pull back. But the handsome guy was right there. The penguin's heart raced. To hide his panic, he jumped off the bed and created distance. Changed the subject, saying he was going to the hot spring. Li Chen followed along and insisted on sitting right next to him. Oh yeah, the pool's so big, move over a bit, will you? Squeezing the rubber down. But Chengxi said he'd never traveled before, only seen hot springs in videos. The penguin felt a bit sorry, comforted him, saying just enjoy it this time. Li Chengxi, who doesn't think flexibly, heard this and immediately handed the penguin a towel.